I said good morning.
And good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm quite surprised to get this interview because I didn't know Tom had sent it out to any radio stations yet.
okay.
But there you go.
The reason that we invited you is the single "Live Fast" from Pete and
Yes.
Tom. Tell about for the listeners. Tell about this song.
Okay. That's a song. First of all, probably most of your listeners have never heard of us. We're two friends. I'm Pete, and Tom is the other person. So it's Pete and Tom on song, and Um, we're very old, and we played together in a band in the 80s, around 1985 or 1986. But we couldn't get a record deal. We couldn't really get anywhere, and it was a very big band. There was 8 people in the band at one stage, and so we kind of went off and did different things, had careers, got married, had children, and I continued to play music in kind of bar bands and stuff like that on the side. And Tom wrote plays and taught English, but we kind of stayed in touch, but we didn't do anything together. And then about maybe 5 years ago, Tom asked me. He said, "Did I still have a guitar?" We really hadn't been talking, and I said, "Yeah." And he wanted someone. He'd written a Dracula musical,
Yeah,
and he put it on in a very small theatre in Dublin, and he wanted someone to play music for it.
yeah,
I did that, and then he wrote a few more plays.
yeah,
I think I did maybe 3 plays with him, and then he asked me. He had written a kind of comedy song, and he didn't really have any long term plan. He just said, "Would I play bass and guitar?" I was originally a bass player in
yeah.
the band, so he kind of asked me would I play bass, and then I played some guitar on it as well.
Yeah. Well,
And
how did you come together?
we a long time ago. This is over 30 years ago. My girlfriend's sister was an actress, and she was in an acting company with Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, again, how we came together, and I said it's maybe 35 years ago now. Tom was putting on a play, and again, he wanted someone to play guitar. And I did that, and then he decided to form a band after that because Tom had always written a lot of songs, and I was in a band with him then for maybe about 2 years, and we just didn't have any luck. And then after about 2 years ago, he asked me to record this one song. It's up on Spotify and YouTube and Deezer and all that kind of stuff, called "You're a Cad," which was a kind of a Noel Coward kind of comedy song. And we at that time it was just going to be a one-off thing, and we kind of enjoyed it. And one of my son's friends was studying filmmaking in a film school in Dublin, and we got him to make the video. He was still in school, so if you go onto YouTube, there's a video shot of my back garden for Eurocad, and from that we just.
Yeah. When I speak with you, I'm sitting and looking to the website from Peter and Tom, and I see two men on a table with a very nice picture.
Okay, that's us.
Yeah,
That's us.
two
And,
men.
and that
Yeah, tell.
that's from the Eurocad video. That's my son's friend.
Yeah,
A guy called Tig McDonough made it. He's studying film now. He could even be finished. That was about 2 years ago. We made that video, and then we just kept on recording songs and Live Fast, the one you have. It's not available yet. It's coming out on the 14th of January. So if are you going to play it now?
yeah. Live first. I go play after this conversation.
Okay, because
Yeah.
you be the first person in the world to play it then, because
Oh my God!
it's
Thank you.
it's not available anywhere. And in fact, we kind of do different aspects of promoting it. Like I do Twitter, and then Tom sends out, and then there's a guy called Keith McLaughlin who's a
Phew.
music promoter from Dublin, and he does stuff as well. So often I
I'm
would get
proud.
contacted by people, and I wouldn't know how they know about a song or something like that.
Yeah.
And the same happens to Tom. So I had to ring Tom this morning to find out. I said, Tom, did you send this out to? Yeah, are you in Holland or in Spain?
Spain, Holland, and Belgium.
Okay, okay. And are you based in Spain or are you based in
I,
Holland?
I I live in Spain. I work in Spain, but I do broadcasting from Spain to Belgium and Holland.
Oh, excellent. And what part of Spain do you live in?
In Spain, on
Yeah.
the on the east coast, the Costa Blanca,
Oh, okay. Costa Blanca. That's
in the area
um,
from Benidorm. You know?
okay. Okay, I know that. My wife lived in Spain for 7 years. She
Ah,
lived in Madrid, but before we were married. So
yes.
I've been in Benidorm, and I can't remember there's a big port near there that we stayed.
Yeah.
I,
How is the weather now on this moment in Dublin?
Well, Dublin only gets a proper winter about once every 15 years, so
Yeah.
it's very warm now. I'd say it's about 12 degrees here now.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
warm and not rainy and very quiet because of COVID.
Yeah. What is now
Very
the actually situation in Ireland for the singer and the singer? You can sing on stage everywhere in Ireland, or what
No,
is it?
no,
No,
no, no.
no.
It's very difficult, and a lot of musicians are having a very very bad time. I mean, for myself and Tom, we're older, and we're not trying to make a living out of it. I mean, we would have liked to, but I mean, we've had other jobs and things, and we have other jobs.
Okay.
But for anybody who's a musician who's devoted their life to music, it's been impossible at the moment. There's no restaurants, there's no bars, and there's no venues open after 8 p.m. So
Hmm.
really, there's nowhere to play. Everything is closed because of COVID, and a lot of musicians who have tried. It's happened repeatedly to musicians and bands that are trying to make it in the business, that they set up gigs, they book venues, they rehearse, and then either the concert is cancelled or one of the band gets sick and they all have to quarantine because they've been together, and it's been very difficult for anybody in the entertainment industry, and I include restaurants and hotels
Yeah.
and venues. I don't know how they've survived over the last
For the,
2 years.
yeah. For the listeners, they want more information about you. There is a beautiful website, peteandtom1song.com. Is that right?
That's right, Pete and Tom on song.com, and I think we've released 8, 9 songs at the moment. Maybe Live Fast is the 10th, which is they're all up on YouTube as well, because we've got Tom's son made some of the videos,
Yeah.
and a friend of my son made some of the other videos. So there's videos up on YouTube at the moment, and on the 14th of January, Live Fast is coming out, which hopefully your listeners will agree should, in any just and righteous universe, should be an international smash hit. But we'll wait and see.
I'm very proud that I am the first.
You are.
The first I can play that song. Yeah, I'm very proud.
You are, because I didn't know. I was only working on a press release yesterday, and I sent it to Tom. Because Tom had said, "Look, we'll release it on the 14th of January." So your listeners in Spain and Holland and Belgium are going to hear this song for the first time. So
Okay.
hopefully hopefully they'll like it, and they'll tell their friends about it, and we can give up our jobs and retire to some mansion somewhere in California.
Yeah. we're going to play the song. On the first place, I go thanking you for this conversation on this old years day. It was, we said old years day. Is that also in Ireland? The old,
Is it which?
the old years day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
it's tomorrow is New Year's Day, so this is the last of the old year.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
We're going to play the song.
The last day of 2021.
We're going to play the song. A last word from you to all the listeners. You can, the best wishes. You can, please, you doing also announce the song by yourself. Go.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to wish all your listeners a good year and take some responsibility. Stay safe. Wear masks. Follow government advice, and don't listen to mad people on the internet. And take every precaution that you can, because there's a disease out there and it's killing people. And you know, it may be older people, but there's still people that belong to people. And in relation to the song, "Live Fast" is a song about Mary Louise Brooks. So you can Google that. She was a famous silent actress who was probably the most famous woman in the world in her day, and her career was over by the time she was 27, and she lived out her life anonymously in an apartment in Rochester outside New York after that, completely unknown. And so it's maybe another lesson about the transience of life, and to take your chances while they're there, because nothing lasts forever. So live fast. That's the song.
Best wishes for you. And
all right, and thank you.
Thank
you for this interview.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.